Jane often needs to negotiate deals with customers. This is particularly important with new clients like James Stewart, with whom she wants to start a long-term business relationship. Although negotiations can be made over the phone, Jane prefers to meet her customers in person. So her first task is always to find an appointment that suits both herself and her client. She usually calls her client and asks the following: "I'd like to find an appointment that works for both of us. Perhaps we meet in a week to reach an agreement. I'd like to sit with you and your team around the negotiating table. I would like to put forth a proposal if you have time to meet next week. I think we should get together to find a mutually beneficial agreement." Once the appointment has been made, Jane needs to give some thought to what she is and is not willing to offer. She has usually already made a proposal to her clients before meeting to negotiate. She usually opens the negotiations like this: "I take it you've already had a look at our opening offer. Let's assess the pros and cons of your counter offer. The objective of today's meeting is to come to an agreement. Let's commit ourselves to finding a deal that satisfies us all." When getting ready to make an offer, Jane has to decide what terms and conditions are acceptable for her and her company, Purple Fashion. Both Jane and her client are looking for the best possible deal. Negotiations involve compromise. In order to find the best compromise, Jane and her clients may say, "I'd like to propose a 5% discount on all orders placed in the first month. I don't object to the discount, but I can't agree to offer it on all future orders. Let's take into account that we have already offered you free shipping." I think something along the lines of James's proposal would be fair. If I understand correctly, you're asking for an extended credit line. Sometimes the negotiations may stall because one of the two parties is having trouble making compromises. In these cases, Jane might have the following to say: "You're really driving a hard bargain. It seems as if you're not going to bend on the issue. If no one budges, this is going to be a counterproductive meeting. How can we win you over? It would be great if we could reach an amicable agreement. Perhaps we could tentatively agree to order 500 units. I'm willing to meet you halfway on this, but I can't give you everything you're asking for." James Stewart was quite sure about what he wanted, and Jane had a very tough time negotiating with him. However, in the end, they were able to close the deal. To clarify the terms of the offer when closing a deal, Jane might say the following: "This deal only pertains to orders placed in the next 3 months. There are some minor issues to hammer out, but the major issues have been decided on. I'm glad we were finally able to seal the deal. This wasn't an easy deal to close, but I think we are all pleased with the outcome.